Hi guys, in these videos I'll show you how to create an alarm just like this in about 10 minutes time. Much better than the built-in Home Assistant, and it doesn't require any knowledge at all. I already have it installed, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to uninstall it and then we install it again. So let's uninstall it. Okay. This is one. And I'll go back to hacks. And we need to uninstall the control panel as well. Okay. So this is this. I'm not sure if I have to restore the system. So I'm gonna do it through hacks. You can manually do it as well. What you're gonna do is open hacks, go to integrations first, and look for Alarmo. Okay, so let's remove it now. Now let's look for it. Alarmo. Okay, so I think I have to reboot the system. Let me pause the video for a second. Okay, so now we're back. It's still loading. Okay, so integrations. Now we have in here some of the new repositories and integration will show up here. Alarmo. Okay, if it doesn't show up in here, what you have to do is go to integrations, go to explore and download new repositories, and look for Alarmo, and you have it in here. Now it said download in here. If you want to try the beta versions, you can choose so. Otherwise you can choose another versions. The latest one is 1.9.4. just say download. Okay, now it shows in here. We need to restart. Another thing we need to install is the alarm card. Okay, so again explore. Now we go to front end. Before, to download the alarm itself is integrations explore. The card would make the front view. You need to go to front, explore, and now Alarmo as well, and you have in here Alarmo card. Download it again, same as before. You can choose another version, just choose the latest one. Okay, now let's go back. I do have to restart again. I'm gonna pause the video again. Okay, so the system is back and running again. So if we go to integrations again, if we're looking for the alarm integrations, is here. In order to install it, you have to go to settings, devices and services, add integrations, and look for Alarmo. Here we go. Let's choose an area. let's say entry, and here we have it installed already. Now if you noticed, once you enable it and install it, it appears también on the left panel. So you click on it and this is it. You can customize everything from here. Okay, so we have armed away, armed home, armed nighttime, and you can choose some custom modes as well. This is general. Then you have sensors. The good thing about the Alarmo, you will automatically detect all the sensors that it's able to use. You see all these and another 28 that are hidden, and you can customize them. These are the codes. You can create a number of users and each user can have its own password. You can have a admin password that will bypass any other passwords. You can choose to use the code to arm the device. You can choose to use the code to disarm the device, and you can choose between a code and a password. A code will be just numbers and the password will be numbers and letters. Here you choose a name, let's say for example Robert, a code 1234 1234. This code allows arming, disarming, and this overrides any other one. So if you want this to be like the master code, you choose this and you say save, and that's it, we have a code. And actions, where you can choose notifications and actions that will happen when the alarm changes the states. So let's go back to general. Okay, and say armed away. You click armed away, and here you can choose the delay times, exit time, entry time, the trigger time. This is what how long the alarm will sound. So let's go on sensors. Let's select some of them. You can select all of them. Add to alarm. They automatically be added to the alarm. If you noticed, the alarm itself is smart enough to detect that the motion sensors should be on the away mode, the door sensor should be home and away. So this is quite interesting. Now another thing you want to do before you continue, you have to go into the configuration file and disable the alarm control panel. This is the built-in alarm. Okay, so what you do is just comment every single line by adding a hashtag in front of the line. This will disable it without actually having to remove the code. After you do that, you restart again Home Assistant, so you will remove this and then you continue. Now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna restore the Home Assistant like I had it before I removed it, and I'll show you the actions I have, because I have a few scripts in there that are quite interesting. Okay, so let's go back to Alarmo. This is the modes I have. I have armed away enable, I have armed home enable, armed night is disabled, and armed vacation is enabled, and another custom bypass is disabled. You have one area. Now on the sensors, all these sensors that were here before, I haven't changed anything, just let the system add them and choose the best options for them. You can enable it and disable them, whatever you wish from here. And the codes, you see I have two codes, and we go to notifications. Yeah, first we have conditions, task, and then options. And the conditions, you have to set a condition for this notification, say event. You just click on it and you have a few options in here. Alarm is triggered. So mode, this is an optional, and you can limit these conditions and this task for a specific mode only, say away, home, vacation, whatever of the other modes you have enabled or created. If you don't choose anything in here, then this will apply to any of them. Task. If we go to YAML and see the codes, this is actually the code. Service, notification to mobile app, title, home alarm, and this is the message that will be sent to the phone. Alarm is triggered, caused, the sensor, and the mode of the alarm. If I say try it, I actually received a demo message on the phone. Now, descriptions. This is just a name you give to the actions. This is the same, but instead of the push notifications, this is a Telegram message. The same thing. Notification via Telegram. This is the name of the title of the notifications and the message. Again, the name. Now, this is event. In an event of the fail of the alarm, say alarm cannot be on because one of the doors is open or whatever. Again, service, mobile notifications, title, you can put here whatever you want, and the message. And this is the name. You can choose anything you want in here, just the name. And the same thing for Telegram. Now, actions. Alarm triggered. Event, alarm triggered. And let's see the codes again. I have a few scripts. I'll show you after the script. So, if the alarm is triggered, you will run this script. And this is the name. This is announcement. It's basically when you activate the alarm on the away mode. I've got a Xiaomi gateway. You will change the color, depends. I think for away mode is green. And then the Google speaker in the living room will say alarm is set to arm away, please close the doors, please exit and close the doors. I think I can try it, let's see.
Alarm is set to arms away. Please exit and close the door.
So I think I can try it. Let's have a look, see if we can hear it.
Alarm is set to arms away. Please exit and close the door.
So this is it. Now pretty much the same for delay exit started, away mode, what's gonna happen, the gateway will, the Xiaomi gateway will change the color, and this will say
Alarm is set to armed away. Please exit and close the door.
now failed alarm. In an event of the alarm failed, what's gonna happen, the gateway will change the color, I think, to red, and this will say the alarm cannot be on, check all doors or windows. Now alarm design, event, alarm designed, what's gonna happen, the Google Assistant speaker in the living room will say something like alarm has been designed, and let's have a look at another one. Alarm the way entry, the alarm started from the away mode. What's gonna happen, the gateway will change the color, and the assistant will say alarm has been triggered, please enter the code. Now set the gateway light off upon arming, alarm disarmed, what's gonna happen, service light off on the gateway. So what this will do, because the gateway changes the color depends on the arming mode, after the alarm has been armed successfully, this will turn off the lights on the gateway. And set home gateway light, exit delay started, mode home. What is gonna do is going to service, turn the light on the gateway, and I think it's like yellow, I can't remember exactly. Once all this is set up, you need to go to your dashboard, edit the dashboard, and let's create another view. Let's say test alarm. You wanna give it an icon. Now you wanna put this on panel 1 card. Now add a card, and we're gonna choose not the alarm panel, we're gonna choose the Alarmo. Let's see if it's here. Here, custom Alarmo card. Now entity, we have the Alarmo alarm control panel home. Now if you want to give it a name, say alarm. Now you can choose which of the modes that you have enabled appear in here, and you can change the names in here if you want, override the name in the settings. Now one of the really nice things are these options in here. You can scale the buttons. Now look at the size of the buttons. You see, you can make the buttons larger, so if you have a tablet that you use as a control panel, you make it friendlier for touch it with the fingers. So let's make this like that, and you can also scale the buttons. Now let's say show the keep the keypad always visible. So let's make the keys larger. You see, you move this, you make the keys larger, and you can choose diagnostic messages. I'll explain you this in a minute. And you can choose icons instead of text. So you see in here it says clear. Now there's no clear, it's an icon. Okay. So this is it. Now we save this and we have it like that. Now in order to explain you the diagnostic messages, let me do one thing. Let me open one of the windows and we'll try to arm the alarm. So one sec. Okay, so let's try now. If we say arm home, you see it's not gonna let us, and you're gonna have these diagnostic messages in here. You have one door open and you have a window open. Now I'm gonna leave this like that, and I'm gonna run quickly and close these two items, and you see once I close them, this changes the colors from red to blue. Okay, so you see now they blue. If we try now to arm,
Alarm is set to armed away. Please exit and close the door.
now is arming. If you want to disarm, you have to use the keys 1 2 3 4, I think it was,
Alarm has been
and it's disarm. Another thing interesting is you can actually override some of the devices to be ignored if they open or close when you try to arm the device. So if we go back to the Alarmo, let's go to sensors and let's go to say the front door. Okay, so you go front door, you have is enabled for these devices. You can group them with other sensors, and if you go to advanced settings, you see in here you can choose. So this would be the exit point. So this is, if this is the main door and this is one of the exit points that you're going to use this as an exit delay. So even if this door is open, you will be ignored during the exit delay. You have to also enable the entry delay, because you're going to be entering through this door and you don't want the alarm to start sounding immediately after you open the door. So what it does is going to trigger the enter time. Now you have a few more options in here. You can choose to bypass them if they open or closed. You can choose to the alarm to be triggered if this sensor became unavailable, and you can choose to arm the alarm if this door in this case is being closed after the alarm is been in an away or home mode or whatever state. So these are the settings, and these are available for every sensor. You see, you go settings. These are the settings available for all of them. You see, the sensor that you see the motion sensors, especially the Xiaomi ones, if they detect motion, they will stay on motion being detected for I think a minute or so. So you want to choose these settings in here for these motion sensors. So in case one of them it's in motion detected mode, once you're trying to arm the alarm or disarm the alarm, will not trigger the alarm. And this for the motion sensor. I think by default the alarm will will choose these settings for you, but you do have these options in there. And I think this is it. Let's try to arm it again.
Alarm is set to armed away. Please exit and close the door.
Now
The alarm has been disarmed.
if you click on each mode, you can choose in here the exit time. In my case it's 50 seconds, so you'll start counting from 50 to 0 once you try to arm the alarm. If you
Alarm is set to armed
I say 50, 49, 46.
close the door.
Okay, this is the exit time. If we go back in here, this is the entry time, 30 seconds. So once you open the door, you have 30 seconds to key in the code, and the trigger time is 30 minutes. Say if the alarm has been triggered, and you will stay in this mode for 30 minutes. After that, we'll go to disarm mode. Why is this important? If you live in most of the cities, I think the maximum allowed time for an alarm to sound, I think, is about 30 minutes. So this is important as well. And for armed home, delay in time is 0, because you're not going to be exiting the house. Entry delay is again 0, because you're not going to enter the house, you're already in the house. And trigger time, okay, let's put it 30 minutes as well. Okay, the sensors, you see the doors and windows are away and home mode, and the motion sensors are only away. So even if you move through the house and the house is on the home mode, it's not gonna sound unless you open the door or the window. And the scripts that I have are this. So disarm the alarm, let's edit it. So what it does, call a service, stop a ringtone, this Xiaomi gateway, what it's gonna do is gonna turn on the gateway light. It's gonna turn on these two scripts. I have two scripts in here, I'll show you now. One that is changing the lights on the gateway blue and red, and the other one is changing red and blue. So it's have sort of an police car effect. And the last thing is gonna sound the alarm. It's gonna turn off the sound the alarm. So this is all turned off, turn off. So if the alarm has been disarmed, this gateway here will turn off the light, turn off this script, turn off this script. In case of the alarm is already sound, you will silence the alarm. You will disarm this Xiaomi alarm just in case it's been armed, and you will disarm the Alarmo alarm. You will set the Alarmo alarm on disarm mode. In order to disarm it, you need the code. This is the code that I had. If you have another code, you have to change it in here, and you'll send a message to Telegram saying the alarm has been disarmed. It will send a message to my phone, a push message notification to the phone saying the alarm has been disarmed, and this is the disarm script. Now the flashing blue and red, so call a service, turn on the light, where to turn on the light, on the gateway, color blue, temperature, I'm not sure this is going to have any effect on the color, the brightness, maximum, and this will stay for a second. Then another service to turn on the light again on the same gateway, this time red, maximum brightness for another second. Then again blue, and then play a ringtone on this gateway, play a ringtone. This is the ID of the ringtone. You change this, I think it's got like 20. You change this, you're gonna have another ringtone. This is the volume of the ringtone, 100%. And this is the entity, the Xiaomi gateway. And the durations of this alarm sounding is 10 seconds. Okay. When this finishes, what it does, it goes and it runs another script. What script is that? Is this one, red and blue. It's basically the same thing, but starting red first, then blue, then red, and then sound the alarm, ringtone 1, 10 seconds, and then go back to the blue script, and this will loop until the alarm is stopped. Unfortunately, I think the Xiaomi gateway has a time limit, so after like about 30 seconds you will stop. But anyway, you still get the notification on the phone, and if you have a better Zigbee or Wi-Fi siren, you will continue sounding for that 30 minutes or whatever time you have it set up. And then there is another script in here, sound the alarm. If we click this gateway, which is the Xiaomi gateway, ringtone 1, volume 100%, time 1 second, and then call scripts, all the scripts in a loop, and if you want to hear it, so if you want to see this in actions, here's the Xiaomi gateway in here, plugged in. Let's home the alarm, and now if I trigger the alarm, so this is basically it. If you have any questions, just ask in the descriptions. If you like the video, just let me know if I can improve anything. If you want to see any other videos of how to create the Telegram notifications or any other videos, just let me know and I'll try to do it. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and thank you very much.